Oi, g'day world, digital people. Here we are again, we're with Frankie and we're going to go after the hip extension and where it's gone wrong and where it's gone right. So you've probably been told to do your glute bridges or your hip extensions for glute and hammy activation. The problem is a lot of people can't quite get this right. Okay, stop there. Hurting my eyes. Okay, what we're going after is to really make sure the management of the pelvis, weirdly enough, is done correctly, okay, because that's where people fall to pieces most of the time. So on your glute bridge, it's about actually rolling each vertebrae and posteriorly tilting slightly the pelvis so that we can then drive up into hip extension. Pause there. Where people go wrong is they anterior tilt and bang, their lumbar spine goes, thank you very much, we'll take that. What we need is glute and hamstring. So a simple little draw in of the pelvis and a little zip down of the belly button will get that pelvis to neutral, lengthen out the hip flexors, and then fire up the extensors, okay, particularly being the glutes and the hamstrings. One vertebrae at a time back down, nice and controlled. That articulation will give your brain a good map of where your pelvis and your lumbar spine is, and then slowly one vertebrae at a time back up. Now, those of you that love your hamstring work and want to get really bulletproof hamstrings, particularly if you're playing sport, you then think, okay, hamstring curls, and you get a Swiss ball, you chuck your heels on it, and you extend your hips up and you kind of flop your spine around and it's all a little bit shambolic, okay? Again, the detail remains the same. You want your hamstrings, particularly the top end of them, to work really hard. Control your pelvis, posterior tilt, one vertebrae at a time, articulates off the floor. You get to the top. The big thing you're looking for is full extension, straight line from the knees all the way down to the shoulders, and a little quiver on the ball because you're working really hard, aren't you, Frank? Slowly, one vertebrae at a time, back down to the ground, nice and controlled, okay? Control it, don't rush it, concentrate, build a map, and you'll enjoy the exercises forever.